Hello, how's everybody doing this Tuesday, August the 13th, 2019? This has been a week, y'all. I'm going to take my glasses off so you don't see the reflection. This has been a week. I started out last week. I moved my soap studio. Found um, I actually picked up ideas from watching other live streamers and YouTube followers and decided I would do the same thing. I'm Chris King with Pampered Sisters. You can find me at www.pamperedsisters.com. I'm in Tomball, Texas, and I sell handcrafted soaps, lotions, body butters, and soon my book is to be released. And I'm coming to you here today, Tuesday Talk. Every Tuesday at 8:30, we talk about making soap. I do soap videos. I do videos on making other bath products. We talk about the bath products. We also talk about things for pampering yourself. Kind of why I started Pampered Sisters, because I believe that every woman, every caregiver deserves a moment to themselves, and they should always take time to pamper themselves and give themselves time so they're not always putting on always working with others. I'm checking to see who got on let me see who got on. Hey, I see somebody in there. I don't know who, but I see somebody. Okay. Hi, I'm Chris King. For those that just got on, Facebook has a delayed reaction. I'm Chris King with Pampered Sisters, and I am coming to you from my new area. I moved some things around. The more you work in soap making, all soap makers understand this. The more you work in soap making and making product, and the more you amp up your line. Hi, Anna. You start reconfiguring and trying to make things work so the flow works. Well, I changed some things up, worked in my soap area, and I've created another soap studio in my dining room. And I actually took the idea from Zakia Ringo because she does hers in her dining room studio. Just lining things so I can master batch better. And so I, uh, just started moving things around, and here I am. So, wanted to talk to you guys today about detours. Um, and it's part of the book that I do have coming out later this year, Reconnect to Disconnect. And in the book, I talk about distractions and detours. And as you know, we all have schedules. And last week I talked about claiming, revisiting your goals, trying to keep on track, getting rid of goals that aren't there because they are a distraction sometimes. And one of my goals before the year is over is to really streamline my production, because I do a little bit of master batching for wholesale orders. And so I wanted to streamline and have a better workflow because I still have a full-time job. So that's where the moving the studio came in. I wanted to fine tune it some. And I like the background better too, so that I'm not always straightening out things. I'll give you a tour when I'm completely through. But the other thing was, I told you I was going to start making, hey, Susan, I was going to start making things from my other recipe books that I've purchased over the years. Well, let me tell you something. When I started moving things around, I found out something. I not only purchased a lot of books, I purchased a lot of books online. So I have all of these printouts of various books, printouts of magazines, printouts, just printouts of everything, and they're in a pile, okay, a to-do pile for binders. Then I have these binders over here that I'm just not using. So, and then I have, and y'all know this, recipes, even recipes from my soap maker all of these recipes all over the place. And raise your hand if this happens to you. You get in a mood, you want to make something out of routine, from your soap making, your lotions, your body scrubs, and you spend an hour looking for a recipe. If that's not you, it's me. I spend an hour looking for a recipe. Those are distractions. And so one of the things I wanted to work on is getting rid of the distractions and fine tuning my flow of operations. And so that's what I've been working on, is how to do that. And so I started this weekend moving things around, and setting up things not only for my workflow, my batch flow. I see you, Susan, raising your hand. It's frustrating, isn't it? But also, as I'm fine tuning and getting rid of things, I'm throwing out stuff. There's this book I was going to show y'all today, but I don't know where I put it. I had it yesterday when I was moving stuff around. But there's this book by Jill Morgenstein. I think that's the name. I'm looking around. I don't see it. Morgenstein. And Jill is wrote on organizing. She's a professional organizer. And so I had the book a long time ago, and I came across it, and I opened it up to the chapter that was folded in half that I marked, and I said, oh, I need to follow this. And one of the things in there is about throwing things out and purging other things. As a soap maker and a collector of so many things, we do not like to purge. I think we're little light running hoarders. What do you think? I know I am. I'm not going to ask y'all to raise your hand on that one, but I am. So that's what I've been doing, is working on that. So I literally have, this is just one of the piles, y'all. I'm going through it, and I'm sorting through and putting the books, the printouts I have, I'm sectioning them out, putting them in little binder clips, and then I'm going to hole punch them. I have a lot of binders, so I'm going to punch holes in them if there's something I want to keep, and then I'm going to put it in the binder, and I'm going to label the binder. Okay, that's the first thing I'm going to do. Recipes. I found a box of I see you, Healing. I found a box of sheet protectors. Okay, so I'm going to put all my recipes in sheet protectors. Okay, and I'm gonna put them in a binder, so that I can have some organization to that. Now, will this work? I don't know, because you create, or I do. I create a system, and it works, and then after I start working through it, it's not a good idea. Hence, that's why I changed my soap room. So as I'm working through this, I came across a detour. A detour found me. Okay? And that happens, y'all. We get on track to do things, and you have to learn how to, with distractions, distractions, I told you, are self-induced. So sometimes with distractions, you can table those. But detours are usually stressors that are life-changing. And it can be anything from, like I said in my book, and when the book comes out, you'll understand even more. But detours are caused by life-changing events, things that you can't control. Marriage, new jobs, babies, medical diagnosis, that's one you really can't control. And most of all, death. Um, about 10 days ago, my father's oldest sister passed. It's only 3 of them in the family, and he has he has 2 sisters. He had, okay, because as I say, about 15 days ago, 15 days ago, Aunt Pat passed. My dad lives in San Antonio, sister in Converse, and my sisters live in San Antonio, which is why my dad moved back home, because he made a promise to his mother that he would always look after his sisters. And so she passed. 15 days ago, Monday, the his middle sister, passed. So I've been back and forth to San Antonio with my dad because both his sisters passed, and um, I'm just there for him because I'm the oldest, and it's a detour, you know. So as I'm working through, um, purging and getting rid of things around here, I'm dealing with the detour because life does go on, and but in this detour, what I've learned um, by actually going through the detour, this life changing event is that all I can do is be there for my father. And him and his sisters, they all when they're up there in age. And my dad is not in the best of health right now. But he's doing okay. But I noticed that when all three of them they got older, and this might not be the case with your family, but it's the case with my dad and his two sisters. They just became kind of they would have their little spits, just like spits, bats, whatever you want to call it, just like when they're younger, but they just kind of reverted back. And so maybe their relationship wasn't as 100% great. And what I've learned is that I'm the oldest of one, two, four. I have four siblings, three siblings, and I'm just gonna take the time. I have a okay relationship with them, but I'm gonna take the time to not only get to know them, to make sure that my children know their uncles and aunts. Um, because at the funeral of my sister, at the homegoing of the oldest sister, I learned that my middle name O'Neill, and I know some of you might have noticed it on my Facebook page. I put my entire name on there, Christine O'Neill King, and that was a tribute to Aunt Pat. But I learned that Pat O'Neill is where my middle name came from. Never knew that. Never knew. I also learned that Pat was an usher in the church. That's me. I'm usher. And she had a sense of humor. They said Pat loved a good laugh. And they said she always had something to say, an opinion, and she was her voice carried. It was loud. I wonder who that is. I learned more about my, I guess, person that I'm supposedly taken after, namesake, after she passed, and didn't get to really know Aunt Pat like my cousins did, because we moved to Houston when I was 12, and we just didn't have that physical connection because of demographics and everything. So um, when we have detours in life, we can choose to walk, just hang out in that detour, or we can choose to, you know, count that detour still as a blessing and learn from it. And so what I learned from that detour is I'm going to pick up, and I have, up the phone and just touch base with my brothers and sisters a little bit more often. And that life does go on. I do need to have some organization. I mean, one thing, my Aunt Pat had planned her funeral down to the casket, paid for everything. The arrangements were seamless. I am not that organized. Trust me. If they came and tried to look for everything, it'll probably take them, no, I'm saying about 30, 60 days to put me in the ground for looking for the paperwork. So I'm going to start with the little things, and that is continue to organize these things. I found through this, I did find in the recipe. Let me tell you this recipe I found. I found this recipe for hair conditioning. And this is an old book, so I was really thrown off by this recipe. So I'm gonna ask y'all a couple of questions and see who's listening. It's a recipe for hair, and it's for hair growth. And let me ask y'all, because I was really shocked, and I was like, since this is an old book, I was wondering if this is possible because I need some hair growth right here. I don't know about y'all, but in the recipe for hair, there is Ginkgo biloba. I have no idea what it is. It's a very popular herbal remedy that is thought to help with many problems. Among improving the circulation of blood. And then they had green tea in it, and they had this Hishu Wu or faux tea. And it's an ancient Chinese herb used for hair loss and balding. Now, do you put that in a salve? Does anybody know about that? Binders are hard to store. Yes, they are, Susan. Look, get this size, okay? And okay, this is something. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm not just gonna put one. I'm gonna print as many as I can and put, the issues in there. Okay, and then I'll just label it. I'm not gonna go larger than this. Most of the binders will either be this size or hold on, I have another one. See, look at this, Susan. Look at this. See, I have all of these books. See, because, okay, you can have them this size. And, I'll tell you what, Susan. This is why I have binders. Okay, I started a system with the binder clip. Okay? But then, with the binder clip, I have all of these binder clips like this. And are folded like this. I don't know what that is. See, you have no idea. So, I'm wondering, this is why I came up with this. You see, the binders. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, why not a folder? Okay, I had the folder. And let me show you. The folder, oh goodness. Where is the folder? I had the folder. Okay, I had a folder. And the folder kept tearing. Okay, the folder kept tearing. So that wasn't a good idea, okay? So I didn't use that anymore. And then I thought, okay, see, Susan, I've come up with so many different ideas. I thought, okay, I'll use this. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get it in front of you. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. This thing keeps popping. Okay. So I had this. Just scrolling down. Let me see if okay. So I had these. It looks like this. You can't see it because of the light. Okay, see, I had one of these clear things. This is the thing with this. This gets, using it, putting it in and out, it gets messy, okay? And also, you end up back with this, okay? So, what I did was, right, Lisa, I got thinner binders because they have the half-inch binders. But the thing with the half-inch binders is, if it's more than this thick, okay, I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Let me get the light. Let me see if I can turn the light. Okay. Let me see if you know what? I'll do it this way. If it's more than this thick, if it's thicker than this, then you have to get a whole bunch of half-inch binders. The reason why I'm telling y'all about these binders is because they're on sale right now because it's back to school and you can get, half-inch and inch binders like 3 for $1. They don't have to be this thick. They're the ones that are on sale are like flimsy, like flexible or flimsy. I'm sorry. I have a grandchild doing hand signals on the other side. She's trying to ask. How it is, y'all. You have kids. You get on the phone, and what happens? Yes. No, I'm not. In a minute. Okay. But the flexible kind, they just they kind of roll. Okay. So the thinner binders, okay, but half-inch, they're like, I don't know, 3 for $2 or 2 for $1, whatever. They're on sale right now. Binders and composition paper and notebook paper is on sale. This is where you need to load up on all of that stuff, okay? Because it's where you can save money. Okay. Yes, 3-hole punch. They're on sale now too. You can get a really good deal. Also, you can find the really great 3-hole punch at Goodwill. You know, the heavy duty one, they're at Goodwill. But what you do is make sure it's no good if you do not use the spine and label it, okay? Just label whatever it is that you're going to do. And my thing is, if you're going to print an ebook out, I like ebooks, but I also like a printed copy because I like to go through and highlight things, what I need in there, and stuff. If you're gonna do that, the other thing you need to do, guys, is let me see, get um, get post-it notes like this, okay? Post-it notes, and with the post-it notes, I'm gonna show you what you do, okay? Because I wanted to make sure that y'all saw this. So with the post-it notes, what you need to do is you can get the smaller one, but this is good. This is good because how many of you do this? You get stuff. Oh, I mean paper that is already punched. Yes, yes, they do, and that's on sale now too, Susan. The paper that's already punched. But you get the post-it notes, okay? And this is what I do, okay? Say for instance, I came across. Let's just make it easy so I don't have to go through it. Fresh strawberry cold processed soap. So I go and I find it. It is on page 236. No, it's on page, I'm sorry. It's on page 29. So I'm going to put fresh strawberry soap, page 39, or whatever page. And I'm going to write it in, and I am going to put it right here. Okay? I'm going to put it right here. Now, that's good if the binder is where it's going to be like this, okay? But here, I'm one up on you. Okay, you see this? That's good, but if you put it on a bookshelf, you can't see it. So, got another one for you. Put it at the top. Put it at the top. See? So when you're looking for it, you see the binder. It's sitting in there. It's sitting on the shelf, okay? This is at the top, okay? And you're looking for it. It lets you know, okay? That it's in there, and you can go to your bookshelf. You see all of the binders like this, but you see the ones that have post-it notes. If you're looking for something in particular, you can't remember, the spine tells you what it is. It's a magazine or a book or whatever, but you don't remember which one. You just say, it's the, you pull out the binders that have the post-it note on it from the top so you can see it. Okay, because if not, I don't know if you're like me, but when I'm looking for something, I become the Tasmanian devil. Do y'all remember the Tasmanian devil? Okay, it goes through and it spins, and everything it touches, it goes in a whirlpool, and it looks like a hurricane hit that room after it leaves. Okay, that's me when I'm looking for something. And then after I've tore up the room, I don't feel like making soap, lotion, conditioner, or whatever. So that's what you do, okay? Now, this is the other thing you can do, okay? All ready? I did this, but this system, it worked for me for a little while. I would go through these like Upon a Fire magazine, handmade soap, all of that, and say I see something, quick and easy, I want to do this. Calendula, design my soap. Okay, I want that. I pull this out. I pull it out. Has the recipe I want on it. I make a copy of it, put it back in, and guess what? You too. And guess what? I make a copy of it, this, and I put this copy in a sheet protector, and it goes with my recipes. Okay? The entire thing is still intact in here, but this is in my sheet protector. One more thing I do. So I'm looking. Okay? I circle this. I circle it like this. It's in my sheet protector. In my binder with my recipes, I have it sectioned off. Soap, lotion, body butter, sugar scrub, bath bomb, okay? And I know the ones in the binder are recipes that I found them in a magazine, an article, or an ebook. And that's just something I want to use as reference. And I just want to go to that one point. Okay? What's great about it is maybe I pulled this out. I start reading it. And as I'm reading, I was like, oh, I didn't know that it did that. Where did I get August 2013 Saponifier magazine. I can go over to my Saponifier magazine that's already filed, pull the entire magazine out and look through and read the rest of the chapter if I need something off of it. Does that make sense? That way you're utilizing what you what you've done. Now, what I've discovered, you guys, is that I have between my books, my ebooks, my magazines, and my printouts, and all of my notes from all of my conferences and retreats and webinars, I have enough literature that I have not reviewed since I started collecting this. I've reviewed some of it right after the conference or right after I get it. So, this is 2020 and the rest of 2019. I am not buying any more. Okay, I know I'm gonna set myself a limit. I will be honest. On my list, I say only buy 12. I'm allowing myself only 12 items the entire year. And the reason that's one a month, okay? Because somebody will come out with something and I'm gonna support them. That's just me. Okay. But my plan is not to buy any more items, printed material, until I review these. I have to pick up and do something out of these books, or I'm just filling up a bookshelf, and no one's benefiting from it. So back to what I was saying before, this hair loss recipe that I came across, one for hair growth. Um, it tells me to use mixed cedarwood, essential oil, lavender, rosemary, thyme, and a carrier blend oil of jojoba. And then also it talks about oil infusions and salves with the herbs that I told you about earlier. This is the thing. I told you I'm thinning right here. I don't want to put something. I don't want to make this salve with this Hue Chew Woo or Faux Tea or this, and I might be screwing these names up, y'all. Or this Ginkgo Biloba, whatever. I don't want to make these things for my neurotransmitters, as it talks about, and my nerves up here, the numbing nerves, until I know what it is. Because, I mean, just because I'm making it doesn't mean it's going to work. They even talk about stinging nettle and saw palmetto meadow and ginseng for hair growth. I want to come up with a balm that I could use on my hair and then use the shampoo bars that we make. So my question to you guys is, oh, ginkgo is a plant, horsetail helps hair grow. Okay, so Susan, horsetail, do you make it in a balm or do you put it in soap or do you make a lotion, a body, but I mean not a hair butter? Um, that's because I want to make something not for me to sell, just for my own personal use. Because I really do believe, this is just my belief. Everybody else like that we in the bath, the soap industry, make become even better salesmen when we make things just for ourselves, not just soap. Because then we're learning how to use all of the natural herbs and oils and things and butters. That's just my belief. Oh, you put it in a tincture. And so the tincture you spray on your hair, is that what you do? That would be interesting. I need to read up on it. Let me write that down. Tincture. Okay. So tincture has alcohol in it, right? Isn't that drying for the hair? Huh? That's something I would wonder about. I have to research that. Okay, horsetails and chinchilla. Okay. And so that's the one I want to do that, and also the hair butter in here. Let me tell you about this hair butter. I'm so excited about this hair butter. Let me see. Hold on. Let me find it again. I had it marked off, and then I got excited telling y'all about organizing. I think MRH has it. Okay, I'll read up on it. Okay, so let me tell you about this hair butter. Where is it? Hair butter. It was really cute, and then I lost it. I also found the recipe again for laundry detergent. I was happy about that because I used to make it for my. Okay, so hair butter, hair conditioner. Hold on. Let me turn to the page. I had it. This hair butter, hair conditioner was really neat. That it has like in it avocado oil and of course jojoba oil, and it has in it it was emulsified, which I thought, ew, that kind of. But then I looked at the things that are at the store, and a lot of those creams are emulsified, and it's supposed to help you with not only that, but like a leave-in conditioner. And so, let me find it real quick so I can show it to y'all, read it to y'all, because this will be something to get feedback on. Okay, it has honey quat. I don't like the smell of honey quat, but this DL panathol and silk amino acid that does that. And, oh, and then it has hemp seed oil in it, and um, hemp seed oil and palm oil. Well, I thought the palm oil on your hair kind of suffocates your follicles. Follicles. That's not follicles. I'm making up stuff. Follicles. That's what I thought. And I'm not a scientist, so I don't know. And then this honey quat. I don't like the smell of honey quat. And DL panthenol. That's not natural, right? That's not a net. And silk amino acids. But I really want to make it because it says that it's really good for a conditioner for your hair. Um, does anybody have any take on that? That's just one. And then the other one, the hemp seed butter, the red palm butter, which red palm is real messy, y'all, if you've ever made. The Panadol again. And then says make a hair infusion. And the hair infusion has that other stuff I was telling you about in it. And and then it has glycerin in it, y'all. And to me, I don't know. Every hair is different, but this says it's for all hair types. And also, you use e-wax. And I'm thinking it will plug your follicles. Does anybody know anything about that? I'm gonna read a little bit more on it. But anyway, these are the things I'm finding out. And for whatever reason, I purchased this book. I didn't use it. And that's the other thing, y'all. When we go to all these conferences and we get all fired up and we watch these webinars and blogs and things, for whatever reason you purchase a book, at least me, this is what I'm going to do. Whatever, if I purchase it just for one or two items in that book, what I'm going to do is do that one or two items um, product, make it, put my notes, so that when I come across it 5 or 6 years later, I know why I bought the book because I don't have an idea now. So anyway, that's just my take. So I'm going to let you guys go, but I'm going to get back to punching holes and my paper, making my binders, going through my Safanify Fire magazine, my handmade magazine, some of Benjamin. Y'all know I have a lot of Benjamin and Amanda Aaron's books, and I have a lot of some other ebooks from other people, and I've even purchased some of these books twice. Can y'all believe that? And the reason why I know it's twice is because when I do purchase them, I do write the date on the back of the last printout. And also I put the invoice with it, the purchase. And I purchased some twice because I couldn't find any. And that's not good organization or business. Um, um, that's not being business savvy, business smart. So in my, you know, um, my quest to just mainstream and streamline so that I'm more efficient in the time I do have. Because remember, I'm only working with 42 hours. So in the time that I do have for the week, I want to be able to be efficient and be able to put my hands on the recipes that I need, work the products that I need, work in my flow, and be more productive. Because if everything flows better, I even present more. I already present and sell quality products, but it'd be just that much more. But I'll be more efficient. It won't take me as much time, and I can get more out and push my wholesale orders through faster. This is Chris King with Pampered Sisters. You can find me at PamperedSisters.com. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And every Tuesday, we're going to talk about something. And today, it was just about staying organized and staying the course, even through detours. We all have detours in life, y'all. It's how you recover from the detour, what you do during the detour, and how you can learn from it. And in my case, detours happen. It's a life event, but it does not take you out of the game. So until next week, y'all, have a good one. Share with me anything you want in the Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Bye, Susan. Bye, everyone else. Bye-bye. Talk to y'all later.